Hello, everyone. Hello, YouTubers. This is Anonymous T. Hope you're having an amazing day today. So today we're talking Big Brother Canada Season 10, you guys. And as you guys know, I did another video about my frustrations of the season and where the trajectory was heading. And I pretty much was kind of tuning out, but like still keeping updated in terms of like what's going on, still watching episodes here and there, still checking in on feeds here and there, but I wasn't as engaged as I normally am when Big Brother seasons happen. Like usually I'm around the clock on the feeds, I'm around the clock on all the episodes and everything else, but once I saw it was going in a certain direction and people weren't being targeted for their gameplay, I was starting to feel a certain type of way. But then, as luck would have it, the tide has turned, you guys. There has been a lot of chaotic things that have happened this week that has been more chaotic than Kyle's HOH, that has been more chaotic than Jess's HOH, that has been more chaotic than, Marty's HOHs and everything else. And we have some things to talk about, you guys. We have some interesting turn of events that have taken place now. So, this is going to be a spoiler alert. Those of you who do not watch the feeds, who strictly watch the episodes, I am warning you now to turn off the video because we're going to get right into some spoilers. So, spoilers. Marty is the new HOH, you guys. And Marty originally put on the block Betty and Josh. And originally I thought Josh was going to be his target, but he has some type of fascination with Betty. And as we all know, Marty is not diverse at all in who he chooses to put on the block. And there's no rationale as to why he puts who he puts on the block, except for one particular reason. But that goes without saying. So we had the veto on Saturday. And also we had the fan vote, right? And so that was the other thing that pissed me off was like the feeds were off for forever because, they didn't want to turn on the feeds, I guess, until they announced who the winner was of safety. So Summer won Canada Safety, which means she's ineligible to be nominated or go home or anything, right? So like I said, we have Betty and Josh Noms. And then we go into the veto because I believe Summer played and Gino and Kevin were the 5 veto players, in addition to Josh and Betty. And so Betty wins the veto. So finally, everybody that stands Betty and Summer and Josh, finally, somebody from that trio wins something, right? And so Marty now has to name a replacement nom, right? So all signs were pointing to Kevin being the replacement nom. When it was all said and done, I don't know if Marty necessarily, I didn't get the vibe that he was like gung-ho if Kevin left or what have you, but pretty much he shifted his target over to Josh. He just wants Josh gone, right? And so then Kevin was presented with a task. Production gave him a task to pretend that he was getting evicted or that he was self-evicting and had to convince the house that he was going. So, and I'm not sure what the consequences were of this task if he didn't do it. Like, I'm not sure if he would be like a third nomination or replacement nom. I'm not sure what was involved, but he went all out. He was packed up. He even attempted to leave, with the doors open and everything else. Josh and Halima were losing it, completely exposing their alliance and how close they are to Kevin. Josh was crying like it was his boyfriend that was about to leave. Like, it was insanity, you guys. But ultimately, Kevin had passed the test and told them it was all, a task that he was given and everything else. So everybody was, completely shook at all of this craziness taking place. And so, which fast forwards us to some missing feeds, you guys. Once again, we have missing feeds. So we miss important game talk and important game conversation, right? Because we don't know technically the fallout in terms of if that was going to impact Marty's decision for the renom. However, today, Marty pulls in, because as you guys know, Marty, the showmance, Kevin, and Halima have a final 5, right? And pretty much, you know, the showmance or the Rat Pack are the only eligible people left who could be replacement noms. So he pulls them all into the HOH room, right? Initially tells Gino, like, hey, I'm going to be doing a random draw to see who's going to be the replacement nom so that, you know, it just kind of happens. And, you know, but basically told Gino, hey, you're safe because I've already betrayed you multiple times, so you don't even have to be a part of this. And for some reason, all is not up there with Gino. And he's all like, well, you know, I'd like to be a part of this. So, Marty uses gummy bears, you guys. He uses gummy bears, and he's like, these yellow gummy bears are going to indicate that if I pull any of these, like, you guys are safe. Like, if you guys have, you know, the yellow gummy, you're safe. However, if you have the red gummy bear, you're going up as the renom. And I'm like, are you guys serious? Are we really playing a game of chance based off of gummy bears? Is this what we're doing? And Gino volunteering himself after Marty told him multiple times this week to kick your feet up, which is never a good sign, and that he didn't need to participate in this gummy bear immunity challenge. So it was just very bizarre, you guys. It was absolutely very bizarre. But it ends up being that Gino is the lucky person who picks the red gummy. You guys, you cannot make this stuff up. You cannot make this stuff up. And again, so he's the replacement nom, you guys. Cameras are already following him around all day. He has to convince Summer, who he just put on the block last week, to vote for him to stay over Josh. I don't know if these people in the house are blind, but Josh and Betty and Summer are like completely obvious with their connection. So I just don't see a situation where Summer keeps Gino over Josh. And also JC Lynn, she told the Rat Pack, which is Kevin and Halima, she told them, hey, if you guys flip this vote and vote out Gino, I'm going to punch you guys in the face. What? This chick is gone mad, right? She keeps threatening violence to people. But Halima and Kevin wanted to do the original flip, as you guys know, when Gino ended up on the block last time. So I feel as though there's plenty of time to get this vote to flip. I think what ultimately is going to happen is Josh is going to have to separate himself from Halima and Kevin so that they're not obvious that they're a final 3. And I think what's going to happen is Kevin and Halima are going to have to keep secret that they intend on flipping this vote and blindsiding Marty, blindsiding Gino, and blindsiding JC Lynn. So I think that this is going to be hilarious. I have no idea why Marty would allow Gino to participate and risk going, because they only need 3 votes this week to go. And we know that there's no circumstances to where Betty is going to vote out Josh. And Summer pretty much is going to be leaning to voting out Josh over Gino, because she's been telling everybody who would listen that she wants Gino out. She wants Gino backdoor on everyone's HOH. So I can't see her switching up now. So really, this all depends on the Rat Pack. If the Rat Pack seizes this opportunity, because previously they were trying to get JC Lynn on the block, boy, this is like a gift to them. So hopefully they do not screw this up this week and make it a point to get out Gino, because what'll happen, since we're heading into a triple eviction this week, is that is good odds for somebody else to win HOH that is not Gino. And of course, you know, Marty isn't eligible to be in this HOH. However, he'll be eligible, of course, to play in the video and this and that. So it is going to be crazy, you guys. But I cannot believe a red gummy bear and Gino's terrible gameplay is why he is the replacement nom. Like, it was obviously supposed to be between Kevin, Halima, and JC Lynn. And, you know, however it was going to go, even though Marty really wanted Kevin to be the replacement because he was starting to not trust him and is seeing through his rat game. Boy, this is hilarious. I hope the flip happens. I hope that they vote out Gino. It would be very stupid to have him on the block once again and not take advantage of that opportunity when you already have 2 votes guaranteed against him. Even though Gino's going to be working on Summer all week to try to get her vote, and that's going to be hilarious to watch. That is going to be absolutely hilarious. So we will ultimately see what comes of this. We will see what side comes out on top. I think it will be perfect if Gino goes, you guys. And it's going to be hilarious because Harmon and Moose, they're going to be completely shook. Because although they've wanted Marty to be in jury, they also know that he's a comp beast. And basically somebody else is going to have to take him out when he doesn't have power. So yeah, they're going to be shook that if it does end up being Gino that is sent away. And that is hilarious, you guys. But I think this is a good strategy because hopefully then either Betty or Summer can win and then they can split up Halima and Kevin too once they get rid of Marty. So I think that is the play. I think in the triple is that they really need to make sure they get out Marty and also get out either Kevin or Halima. Break up the Rat Pack. Break up the Showmance, and then break up the Rat Pack and get rid of Marty. I think is going to be their best bet. So, those are all the thoughts that I have, you guys. Let me know what you guys think. What do you guys think of a red gummy bear being the reason that somebody is the replacement nom and their terrible gameplay this week? Like, I was like at my wit's end with this season. Boy, this week is going to be so entertaining. Feeds are going to be hilarious this week. And I just cannot wait. Even Arisa's chiming in because she never chimes in. Like, she chimes in every once in a while throughout the season, depending on what's going on. Like, she put up a tweet during Kyle's HOH that was, full of chaos and everything else. But then she put up a tweet, and then she, of course, was tweeting when we had the malfunction with the HOH comp with the buzzkill. HOH comp, and so now she put up like the side eyes today regarding right before the nomination ceremony, before the veto ceremony, since it is going to be Gino with his red gummy bear. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Please react. What do you guys, is this going to bring you guys back to this season? Let me know in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.